back. Oh, yeah, tired, man. Drink a little coffee, man. Coffee. So, so you say, you know, so you say, well, tell us something interesting, Nick, before you drink that cup of coffee, before you read that Bible and go to bed. I say, well, it's like this. The times when you're younger and you think of those times, you don't, not very often, but you're like, yeah, I mean, someday I'll be old. Yeah, it's like, you remember that? You're invisible, invincible. I don't know them two words. Yeah, that's like way. I mean, I'd never. That's gonna be so far off. We ain't never gonna get there. And you're like, oh, we there. Like in terms of like, my parents. You're like, man, can you imagine? And it's gonna happen. You're aware of it, right? And so you can't do things. You used to do things well. For example, well, not necessarily, but maybe like you'd have somebody like if your car broke down, you go for a drive and you can call your parents, right? Yeah. But and this happened, I suppose it probably happened maybe a couple years, maybe. But really recently, because I've noticed, like I said, for the last 3 years, my mother, whether it's her back pain and then, like I said, John started acting really weird. He used to help me. And we always, even though, he's not, like I say, he's not into deer hunting. He don't, he likes butter knives and probably bow and arrows. He'd probably all right with that. But see, he likes gardening and all that. So I like that stuff. Uh, didn't do anything out of the ordinary in terms of like to make, you know, I mean, no outliers of any occasional, you know, DUI or something. Well, I haven't had one for over 10 years, but any behavior that I don't know what got into this guy. Why he abandoned me and just pretended he was going to help me, that really upset me. And I don't know. He had helped me so many times. I mean, this was not the situation where, hey, I wish you'd. Remember? Where I wish you would. Bible reading. Yeah, I think I'll explain that tomorrow because that's it's pretty significant. Not super impending important, but I think it should be addressed because when you get to a point where you guessed it, probably not going to go fishing. You're like, well, what again? Why? We need to know because when you got 5, 10 guys that all of a sudden you don't want to go fishing with, I mean, we need to make an assessment here. And you say, yeah. So you say, you know, and I say, no, no. We clearly used to differ on some things, but because he was married to my mom, I think you know, but then we just seemed to get along, and I don't know. He just kept playing games. Like he'd be like, "You go study, and I'm gonna go fishing," and I'm like, "Remember we talked about this for the last 2 years? How you weren't gonna go fishing, you were gonna study actually, because now that Ellis is gone and you spent a while, and yeah, the virus is kind of under. Yeah, sure, you're working a lot, but and he just blew me off completely. Like he just left me, which if I would have been prepared for, but he said he'd do it, and he just pretend. And I'm like, I didn't really do anything new or anything different in terms of behavior. I mean, I've gotten better. Where you do the bad behavior less. Yeah. So it was just completely caught off guard, and it's strange. But like I said, he's got that funny guy who I guess you want to be careful. Uh-huh. Mm. It's strange though. I'll give you an example. When I don't know if you remember, there used to be a bicycle shop where the church is. And oh, that's right. He lived right across the street from my mom. Probably still does if he's alive. And his wife been here for about 150 years, probably. And when I was younger, I used to smoke pot. Right? Remember how it really bothers me? It's always bothered me. The smell, the feeling for like the last 20 years, pretty much. Right? And so when I came up here to buy a bicycle, oh, oh, now I understand why Bad Boy thinks I might have been wanted to be a housewife or something. Yeah, he probably thinks I bought a girl's bike or something. I didn't. But look, when you get older, them mountain bikes ain't so easy to drive. So you're like, maybe if I'm just gonna drive around the block a little bit to get some exercise with we'll have to Kingdom, I don't need one of them mountain bikes. I need one of them that are easier to pedal. Yeah, that thing. You're like, you're like you don't really care what people think of you. You just want the easy to get on. You know. Yeah. And you go in there and like the kids, and you can smell like the marijuana. And you're like, well, yeah, that's in the back, and those are just the kids that do the check, fix the chains. And I'm thinking, yeah, we kind of did that, and I guess a guy must have smelled that way, and I must have made some people uncomfortable because I don't like smelling that when I go in the bicycle shop. Make me I'm not saying anything about the owner. It's just something I remember. Like it makes me uncomfortable. Like remember, like get a little and a little or something, so that I don't know how that got normal. Because I mean, I tried to hide it, right? It's like they don't even hide it anymore. And it remember, folks, it still makes some of us we don't want to smell it. Happens to be illegal on the federal level. Remember, it doesn't go real with the all them things called firearms. Yeah, some of them law enforcement guys they don't really like them two together in it still. Remember that? And it's like I don't like that stuff. And I won't get into the old how that stuff just is. I mean, it's stinky. I don't like it, and I don't know. I don't why people. I don't I don't want to smell that stuff. So you said, well, a lot of them guys driving. You remember that vehicle you saw? It looked. You felt a little funny when you seen them over at the U.S. Bank, and it was kind of stalking you a little bit there. Yeah, them guys. You know, even them, remember how they don't really all believe in this here? And they all might do a little bit that too, now. They all do it. Even like, like even like all the way to the top, they like a little bit, all right, but yeah. And I'm like, not me. Nah, we ain't doing that. I don't care. I don't want to smell it, please. I do not like that. I don't like the feeling of being the way it make you. I've been like that for about 20 years. Yeah. And I do not like the feeling of alcohol either. And it just for about 10 years, or more. They say, well, you say 20 years, you didn't like that feeling. Did you keep doing it for, yeah, sure did. You say, well, how come all of a sudden you don't remember that serenity thing? I guess you do something enough and like the marijuana kind of ran its course 27 years ago. And then I guess it took a little while for that beer stuff. Like the old Kent Herbecks, they get a little bit of that, and I guess they're a little bored, and so they kind of successful, and I guess he says, "Hey, I'm gonna drink a little beer still, I guess," but I don't like it because I like to. I don't want to give anybody a reason. They already got enough reason to go. Hey, Coco, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, buddy. Hey, can you imagine if they? Yeah, nah, we don't need that. We don't want the devil. What you said, you're serious. A lot of these, do you think Kent Herbeck think all the demons start coming in as soon as they have some beer? Probably not. But well, I'm not taking a chance no more. You know what I mean? Old bad boy says I ain't had one in 13 years. He said, who's bad boy? Well, he like that. He like to go and paint the Domino's pizza or something after somebody shoot into the place or something. I don't know. I don't know what he doing. Okay, let's read the Bible. What did I say? I'm in Leviticus. Oh yeah, I gotta check. So Tom says a Verizon bill went up. Um, let's see, this is what I'm saying. No, he's saying it went up $50, and I'm saying that's impossible. Yeah, big red. Big red. I gotta call them tomorrow. You remember that? You say, you're pretty possessive, Tommy. You know, you kind of, you want to like look at his iPad and all that. No little Timmy back there froze it up because he think you're kind of taking over it. You see like that there? I've been an account manager for 25 years. Remember that? How he don't want to talk? Remember that? Yeah. Oh, so Nick, you mean you don't have any boundary issues? No. Oh, you mean he'd rather have you deal with a phone call that's probably used to take about 5 minutes, and now because well they haven't sent the call center over to North Libya yet, but for some reason with the virus, and I guess they're working at home, that customer service, that Verizon. Oh yeah, it's went that way like for a while now. If you're gonna make a call, you better leave yourself at least an hour. Yeah, but Tommy, he don't like to do that stuff. Never did. Now he's like 80 years old, so he really like me to take care of that stuff. Except when he wanna go over see Johnny Boy, who wanna abandon me and try to say I can't figure out how to go like this here on this government laptop so you can see your doctor in your face. Hmm, come on. But you say you do have this problem with boundary. No. Yes, sir. So you just, so he won't make that phone call. Yeah, he get real frustrated. He always want, he wanna just sit there with the remote. He always been like that. And I remember I tell you that's the problem. Part of the problem, see? Who cares? They finally said, hey, look at us. Hey, Karate Kid there. Uh, remember that? Mm-hmm. Remember Karate Kid? What's his name? Old Ray-Ban. Finally, they're like, hey, I want the Kung Fu guy that don't drink the beer gonna love me. Put them little notes all over. Oh, that's a lot better, old Big Dave. Yeah, see? Old Dave sitting there with the remote still there. Where's my beer? Right? Or did he quit? But he's one of them CEOs of Cool. But his whole Ray-Ban ended up with half his kingdom, though. So that's what happened. Mm-hmm. To about 10 million of us. So you got to love that gal. Hmm? Yeah, she want to feel special and love, like you got to love her with the Bible. Remember that? Cherish her. You got to forget about all that beer, boy. Yeah. Telling you. You say, that's why you say, Kim, you're old enough to know better and young enough to do it one last time. Yeah, we're going to the down. And you're like, are you ever gonna do what you're saying? Read that Bible there? We don't want to. I don't know. Maybe I will. You say, we got the remote right there, but Tommy don't want to do that. He ain't gonna do it. He be like, every last 25 years, hey, Hey, would you call the cable company and find out why they raised, well, it's the same reason. Remember, we got to call back every year and say, hey, our discount. But this one here, I don't know how. I looked at it. It went up $50. No. So I'm going to call, find out. It's going to take an hour of my time, guaranteed. Yeah. Because for some reason, them people, I don't know what they're doing if they got that gap there with the goat and the $1,000 champagne bottles, but they don't seem like they know what they're doing much anymore. Instead of 5-10 minute phone call, it's an hour. And then even then, sometimes like you're like, they didn't fix my problem, and you're like, dang. And you wonder why I don't want to drink a beer. There you go. I got to be in control, see. Yeah, of my mind. Yeah, see. Yeah. There we go, reading that Old Testament again. Old Testament, honey. Wish that guy would realize we're under the new covenant. Yeah, oh. So you're not gonna flip out and call the United States Department of Defense about another guy's laptop that you take care of and supposed to, and he goes over there because mama's a nurse and supposedly wants to ask some questions. But the derivative guy that abandoned you won't all of a sudden he didn't know how to do 2+2, can't figure it out, and now it's locked up. And you're not gonna call and harass the IT department after they told you ought to call Verizon and harass them first? That's right. Don't care then. Just wanted them to have a laptop, and it's nice to have a number. I just thought I'd check it out a little bit. You can't download no apps, but I'm trying to keep it running. You got to do a software update occasionally, like every 3 days with that thing, I think. They release an update for the iPad or something. That takes a while, and usually it's good to turn it. I don't know about that because it don't even need to be plugged in because they're sending some signal from somewhere. And you remember the car sitting outside the game nannies for a month? You don't understand that. You don't understand how all of a sudden that little thing sending a rocket to the moon doesn't need to be charged anymore. And you wonder why I might be talking about this here a little bit. Mm-hmm. There you go. That's right. We're going to the downs, homie. Hey, look. You're like, can you just drink a beer so we get ready? No. You see that there? Nope. See that there? No. Never. Oh no. We're gonna make this interesting. We don't need none of that no more. You're gonna have to come up with something a lot better than that. We're going to the dam. Man, that thing was heavy. Like, that wasn't even fair, man. Like, remember? You see that little wire down there about your hair? You hit that, we're all going home and you don't get to come back. Remember that? And I'm like, well, there must be a lighter jackhammer that you could give me that'll probably do close to this. Like, this is made for like Hulk Hogan. And I'm like 20 years old and I weigh 100 pounds. and you give me this thing and tell me not to hit that wire, but I want the job, so I'm gonna try. Remember that? Man, like everything seemed like a setup most of my life. Like set up to fail. Not most, but a lot of times. Like that iPad is all little Timmy's getting his jollies off. And the fact that he thinks he's gonna get my goat by call Verizon, call Verizon. That would be like, hey, you see this? I got this question here about Verizon here, and I'm gonna call the cable company and say why my Verizon bill is that. Remember that? I'm really getting sick of that crap. Why do they keep letting them do that to me? So, are you sure? You really seem like you really like that's your property. No, oh no, it's not mine. But it do have a camera on it. Yeah, and a really good microphone. You know I like them. Especially when I'm not doing anything wrong for like the last 50 years. No, five. What? What did they call that? What was it? The New York Institute of Art or something? I couldn't find it. So either old little Timmy was blocking it, or it didn't exist, or I had to. She lied to me, which is possible. She made it up. I couldn't find it. Just one. All it takes is one Spidey, right? Just gotta get that one. Uh, yeah. Okay. Oh, see, I gotta be quiet now. I'm right under. See, you know, maybe I should go sit over there. I don't want to wake you. It's already 11:30, but I had that really good nap. Oh, remember Sleepy Joe, Sleepy Nicky boy. That's part of the problem working for a family all your life. You turn into a Sleepy Joe, say, if you need a nap. Yeah, usually you get one. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Hey, I'm really bad. Just need 5, 10. Most places you can't do that, or they put you in the can. So trying to change that without putting you in the can and saying, "Oh, here's the light, son." And if you drink that beer, oh, that's a one-way ticket real fast, and we wish you'd do that. Help us out here. going to that. No way, never. So, I mean, technically, I guess we're in recovery, but I don't like to be associated directly to that stuff because I don't like where they took it. I don't need to follow no 12-step. I got a 1-step right to God. Oh, don't need no mediator, none of that. Well, we pray in Jesus' name, but I can talk right to God. Or I can talk to God about all my problems. I can do, you know. Oh, all right. I'm gonna try to read without waking up the neighborhood. What do you think? You're thinking, man, I mean, if I have that guy's babies, I mean, they are gonna be really, really cute. That's what you're thinking. Mm. Be honest. Be honest. Uh, and can you imagine? You know, Bad Boy says he ain't had a drink in 13 years, but I guarantee I seen bottles of booze on top of a fridge in the video that was on the screen coming from his nickname less than 3 years ago. So I don't know if that was for people that come over, but I'm the type of guy that if I don't do that stuff, I am not. I'm like the Jack Van Impe, like we poured all that out a long time ago. Well, yes, I don't know what them bottles were, but he said he had a drink in 15 years, no marijuana. But sure got a cough. Sure got a cough for a guy that don't smoke, eh? Yeah, I might have heard a few guys' cough in my time, right? Maybe it's just got a permanent cough condition. I don't know. I'm just saying. Hmm. And he used to play. It was interesting because remember when I went out to get the old wooden nickel looked at the only place there in Woodbury, Bad Boy started playing that nice song. What is it? Graves to Gardens. And he's like, "You're never gonna hear this on KTIS." And I'm thinking, I don't know. That's a pretty cool song. And you're like, yeah. And you're like, hmm. He's like, and so you're thinking, well, you ain't heard it yet, right? Because you probably could hear it. And he said, no, you ain't gonna hear this song, okay? And so I'm driving down 61 because I gotta throw that highway patrolman off my trail, right? And so I dodge over on 61, go south, head north, right? And so, and I just go past the Sasquatch sign. Y'all know that, right? The one on the east side of 61 there, just across from the junkyard dog. Yeah, it's been there. For a while, they had it moved over by on the freeway there, over by RV, Coates RV. They had it out there for a while. Oh, they moved it over. It was behind Dairy Queen for a real short time. But now most shit back up there on 61. No, I'm not talking about the one with the guy and the gal and the kid over there on North Shore Trail when you go to my mama's house. I'm talking about the one up there on 61. And I'm going by there and I hear that song Grace to Gardens on the KTI. And I'm thinking, but Bad Boy said I wouldn't hear that. I'm thinking, it's kind of unique. I'm going past the Sasquatch too. I'm thinking, I don't know. But if you don't drink, what are them? I'm just curious what them bottles are. Because there's a whole lot of them and they weren't full. So either, and I'm just going on. I'm thinking he don't get a lot of visitors that need a drink or want a drink or stuff like that. I'll report you decide. Okay? Fair enough? Yeah. He says, well, I'm Christmas shopping for Lou right now. And I'm thinking, hmm. I'm thinking, Lou is the kind of guy that gets his jollies off of showing other Christians that he's smarter than them, or that his interpretation of the Bible is better or more accurate. And I'm thinking, can you show me where that's in the in the Bible there? All I can see is you're supposed to deliver the good news, and then the end shall come. I don't see nothing about getting one of them best seats in a synagogue. Uh, I don't see that there where you're supposed to sit around and argue with, whether Mitt Romney want to wear his magic underwear or not. You're supposed to tell people about, you're supposed to go tell people about Jesus. You ain't supposed to sit in your own little corner there, putting a red dot on everybody that talking about, sin and homosexuality is sin. Hey, hey, look at me. I know the Bible better than you. Yeah, in front of your little group of Christians. Can somebody show me that? Cause that ain't even no Bible study. Come on, I want to see it. Come on, show me. I've been reading this here a little bit. Oh, it ain't in there. You mean, Cameron, it doesn't interest you to look cool in front of that little group of people over there? Show them how, because you don't really know it on anything anyway. And you mean Lou Rug could be, yeah, but it wouldn't, but you wouldn't want to be that kind, be like, hey, look at that, I tore that guy apart. He's supposed to be my brother. And I did it to my own satisfaction in front of other Christians when there's only a few of us left. Remember, we're bickering about our differences and not, or something like that. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. That's right. Hmm. Hmm. Leviticus, the book of Leviticus, chapter 21 and 22. The holiness of the priests. And the Lord said unto Moses, Speak unto the priests, the sons of Aaron, and say unto them, it's really funny. It's really strange. You know, it's like Lou Rugg has never said a word to me ever. And I didn't tell anybody I was leaving Palta. And all of a sudden, the day before, he said hi to me a couple times. He ain't said hi to me in a couple of 3 years. And all of a sudden he said hi. Same thing. See, funny how Mama hasn't asked me, my mother has not asked me to come to her house. Remember that? She has not wanted to talk on the phone for about 3 years. She used to, she would pick up the phone, you know, if I called, and she won't even do that anymore. And I only do that about once a month. And I'm just pretty much like, hey, mom, remember like had a couple polar bears like to just show up randomly once in a while. And if I can get you on the horn, they usually ain't worried too much about what's in my backpack. Yeah. You think you could just pick up the phone when I call if it's once every 3 months? Yes, son, I can do that. I'm thinking, thanks, mom. Like I realize like I'm all on my own now, completely. No ma. And it's weird to be at that point where so you don't take no risk. Remember? You can't call it for a ride. It's AAA. And old Timmy boy, he's deciding who show up. It's not a happy prospect. Your family, you understand. We're going to the down. And you're like, yeah. Okay, keep talking. And you're like, what's up with mama? I guess they get old. And then next thing you know, hey, you got to take care of yourself, man. Completely. Like, remember that guy that used to beat you on? You come from my loins, you on your child. You used to talk all the time. Now you don't ever talk. And she don't even, like, she just want to be heard to. Yeah. And you're like, whoa, that's kind of shocking. It must be an adjustment. You're like, yeah, like where is half the kingdom, honey, when I need you? You know how they say, I've heard them say before, like when you lose your mother or something, somehow an old half the kingdom come along and do the old, Mark, Mike and she'll kind of lighten that load transition, make it a little easier on you something once in a while. Every 10 to 20 years, you get one knock on the door. Mike, honey, come here. Oh, mommy, have to clean and I'll make it feel better. Come here. Wait. Don't worry about mama, you know. Yeah. And then she got the dress with the sticks and all that string or whatever it is. How'd I get one of them? She went back to New York or something. Yeah. The New York Institute of Art. Hmm. Where were we? Yeah, 'cause I'm pretty sure that guy there, that polar bear there across the street, yeah, he's not gonna ask me over for any bratwurst in him in this lifetime. Not sure. He was. I almost thought, man. I figured after he asked me if I need to use his the thing to blow up my tire. I thought he was about to say, "Hey, I got this jacuzzi. You want to come and sit in there for a little bit, buddy? Nice and warm, and get these bubble stains that blow on your back." And I don't know, remember. I know you ain't never thought of anything other than that. So I might ask you if you want to do that. No, by the way, all of a sudden you might, yeah, because it ain't anywhere on your radar. So I'm thinking, you do, you're not a housewife, are you? Hmm. So you say, hey, you're like, there shall none be defiled for the dead among his people, but for his kin that is near unto him, that is, for his mother, and for his father, and for his son, and for his daughter, and for his brother, and for his sister, a virgin that is nigh unto him, which hath had no husband, for her may be for her may he be defiled. But he shall not defile himself, being a chief man among his people, to profane himself. They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard. There's that thing where I'm like, well, why do it if just in case there's a little something there with God and he's like, I mean, why would it bother you? It's pretty easy. It's not that little thing, right? You just get yourself one of them, bzz, and you get real close, but you ain't gotta get it right there. Yeah, we're going to the downs, you know what I mean? And let's all have the king. Hey, sweetheart, I'd like you to take a razor right there from mommy. Would you do that over mommy? Oh yeah, you're gonna do that. But until she come around, you're like, hey, don't mess with them corners of that bed there, hey? Why would you? Why not me? Who, what? What's that? Help you sell pizzas or something? Hmm? Mm. nor make any cuttings in their flesh. Oh, there go them tattoos. You gotta get them. It's a little expensive, about $10,000. Except if you're like old camper boy and you get in real early at the beginning there, they give you about a 75% discount and you drive nuts for about 3 years and finally you get rid of it. Yeah, that guy. They shall be holy unto their God, and not profane the name of their God. For the offerings of the Lord made by fire, and the bread of their God. You say, well, camper, you still got one of them, right? Yeah, probably cost you about $10,000. I'd say now. hmm So if they say, hey, they call you up and they go, we're running a promotion. We're gonna take that off there for free. And yeah, I'm on my way. And I got a chain smoking rabbi gonna come over there and give it a little blessing too. Look out, we up, here we go. Oh yeah. But there ain't no sense to mess with it unless you got about probably about 3 years and about $10,000. And I'm thinking, hey, yeah, just don't get in them all, boy. Or you're gonna have a little. You're gonna have to have a little extra talk with God. See, you didn't know that really back then. So remember, all that can't be held accountable. And until somebody say, "Hey, here go about 10,000. Why don't you go on, go down?" I ain't got it. You say, can you find that anywhere in the New Testament? Nope. Well, I not haven't looked for it, but like I said, unless it's telling you to turn yourself into an Enoch, you know, I'd say, as long as it don't affect anybody else, what's the big deal? I mean, if it pleased God back here, and we got a whole bunch of them that still do that, and all they're doing is waiting for that red heifer, and they think they're gonna go back and do it all anyways. So you're gonna have some of them running around. You might want to know what they're gonna be doing. If that guy don't come out of the sky on the white horse and say, "Let's go," right? So what? I mean, it don't hurt nothing to. What do I care if I leave that right there for about the last 5 years, And you're like, hey, leave it right there. Ain't bothering nobody. Funny though. You're kind of slow, Cat. Well, we already know that, and it's 12 a.m., and I've been yapping again like a chihuahua trying to set this record straight for y'all, and I'm a little tired, and I already a little slow to begin with. have some patience with me. Because I'm really just trying to finish this so I can get over there and get some sleep. Okay. Damn it. Oh, darn it. It's not going to be tonight, darn that guy, and then he keeps changing his voice. Sometimes he thinks he's a black guy, and then he wants to head over onto the Honky Tonk. And I'm going to keep an eye on that one. I'm pretty sure he's going to end up drunk. And I'll get him. Now, I'll just give you a little heads up. You're going to have to find something. Because I really happen to like the day. I'm really excited about the day that I didn't. And it's none of y'all business. Remember? Y'all remember what Big Country said? Well, what time did you get up today? Well, I don't know, but this here ain't a weapon. Let's see. I don't have a watch. At least not on me. But I get the head. Oh, that's it. I would say I probably got up about 6 a.m. today. Oh, you mean you like the day that you never don't want to have a drink in it? Yes, I like it. You're like, when you don't want any beer? Yeah, all Concord. I like it. So, you don't want to screw that day up? Nope. We're gonna keep that one. Like forever, like that hefty king. Yeah, forever. Yeah. Are you sure? Like old Grandpa Harold, like everyone, he kept a Budweiser. He didn't. You remember old Grandpa Harold? He sat in that chair for about 50, the last 10 years reading them books in Lori's basement. And there was that one Budweiser sitting in there, sometimes for like 6 months or a year, maybe even had to throw it out. And Lloyd come down, put another new one in there so he wouldn't get sick when he drank. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, and every so like once a year, every couple of years, he drank one. And you're like, well, I don't even know if he knew he was drinking a beer. And I'm thinking, no, I don't want to do that anyway. Uh-uh. Why not? Mm-hmm. I like being a little weird and getting away with it, and then not being able to blame it on that. So you say, hey, yeah. Okay. All right. So they shall be holy unto their God, and not profane the name of their God, for the offerings of the Lord made by fire, and the bread of their God they do offer. And therefore they shall be holy. They shall not take a wife that is a kid's. Look, can you go like this here? Stick your fingers in your ears. Just a little public, just a warning, because you might be a little. Okay, we're in Leviticus. I'll tell you where it is. We're in Leviticus 21, verse 7, for any parents that maybe don't want their kid to hear this word. Yeah, remember that? I don't want my kids to read them books. So maybe there might be a parent out there that remember that they got like a nun for a daughter, and they're like she's like perfect. So, maybe I don't want to hear that word yet or something. My little son. Yeah, that might be one of them. So hey, there you go. I'll give you the warning. Close your eyes for a little bit. You say, hey, what is he talking about? Well, I mean, if you're 5 years old, you want your kid hearing that. Well, camper, you said if it's in this hair, it's safe. Well, I don't know. Hey, you get back in the hair and you start writing a love letter, songs. There might be a word in there too to get a polar bear all excited. So hey, I'm saying, look, I'm gonna read it now. They shall not take a wife that is a whore or profane, neither shall they take a woman put away from her husband, for he is holy unto his God. Thou shalt sanctify him therefore, for he offereth the bread of thy God, he shall be holy unto thee. And besides, what are you doing up at this time? Oh, you what? Oh, we're gonna watch this tomorrow. Yeah, 'cause there ain't no good. There ain't no kids up this late on a weeknight. Maybe this is a Friday and Saturday. Oh, you got old half the kingdom on the horn, and she said, "Oh yeah, you could step and watch that crime movie with us. You might. I don't think you're gonna make it this far, but if you old half the kingdom let you up, maybe. Yeah, I'm just saying. Okay. Oh, so yeah, you're probably watching this on like a Thursday morning or afternoon or something. You ain't watching this live. You better be in bed, or you at least better be in bed and not be able to sleep, and you're like sneaking it on your cell phone or something. I don't know. You shouldn't be doing that either. But hey, you better watching this than a lot of that other stuff. So, but not if your parents have told you to go to bed. You should probably put that away. And if you can't sleep, remember that. Don't take any Ambien. Just stop reading the Bible. You'll be out like a light in no time. Now, for safety purposes, I would probably recommend you leave the power to the phone on, right? Obviously, but they say that the light, you make sure the phone is down, you mean away, maybe a little away from the bed, right? Because they say that light, if even if you get some random email, and who knows, it could be 10,000 things now today. You're, when you're sleeping, oh, is that why you leave the TV? Well, but if you want to do it right, they say that light, it all affects your sleep. If because you're gonna see it through it. It's amazing the stuff that goes on. So I'd probably try to avoid that. You really want to do it right. But if you're all alone and your mom won't answer the phone and it's just you and you ain't got some brothers and sisters and you got a bunch of polar bears that are gonna eat you, I'd probably recommend leaving that TV on over there. Maybe a cell phone or two. Not a bad idea. Yeah, I gotta eat a little peanut butter and honey. So peanut butter is about the most perfect protein. There's a little sugar in there and honey in the Bible. Mm. Oh yeah, yeah. We're going to the downs. Ah. Hmm. Um, my dogs, I swear, I basically feed my dog the same amount for the last 10 years. And all of a sudden, this one here, she act like a ravaged animal. I mean, you'd think she might be like, not having eaten in like a week. And she's getting this the same, I don't, crazy. And yeah, if you give her any more, remember the rabbit that just runs around and the little poopies fall out? Yeah, that would have happened. So, I don't know why she's acting like that. Yep. Oh, I like my coffee though. I really like my coffee. In fact, you know what? I have. And I'm the kind of. I can drink a little bit here to just get through this here, and I'll be out like a light and within about by 1 o'clock. So, you know, I don't know. It's really funny because you used to go down to like New Hope, Alamo. I don't know what it's like anymore. I never did. When they went to the new place from the little yellow house, well, we used to go down there. Pretty much, there would be people playing cards or something all night long, pretty much every day. With the mentality of, hey, better be down here drinking coffee than anything but having one little beer, right? Yeah. So Tommy asked me the other. He says, "Oh, I take a nap. Remember that? I'm tired. I study, work from home, right? Remember that? Hey, Sleepy Joe, if I need a nap, I need a nap." And I say, "Thank you, Jesus." And you're like, hmm? And you're like, "Oh, so you might get up at like 10:30 and have a cup of coffee." Yeah, Tommy didn't used to worry about that. Remember that? We did that like all the time down at that little house down there. It was completely normal. Well, are you doing anything to keep him awake? No, not for a couple of years. So you're pretty quiet even though you have a cup of coffee, maybe. Yeah, other than like this here about this volume you hear in the back now. So Tommy wouldn't have any reason to think, oh, if he drinks that coffee, he's gonna be on Power Talk screaming and arguing with people like Blue Love and all that. No, not anymore, not for a very long time. Oh, you mean like the last couple of years you was on Power Talk? You really was pretty cool. You didn't like swear and get mad at Kenny the Trucker and all them freaks. Nope. You didn't like really argue and get really loud for the last couple of years, huh? And that guy from New York never even wanted to go out and have a cup of coffee with you? Didn't seem like it. But you really was. I don't know. I don't know who she was. You said, why you keep talking? Well, you would think a guy that deserves to not volunteer. Remember that squeaky clean record you're gonna have to have that you can't get because they want to keep doing the Home Depots on you. And you're gonna keep seeing them, and you were just gonna you get there, yeah, right, and you're like, yeah. You wanna try to know Arizona until that old Mike Kelly took over. You thought, hey, maybe I'll give that a little go. Excuse me, and you're like, ha, coffee. And you're like, hey, what you doing? I got these Bibles here, again. And you're like, you think, hmm. So, but the problem we're having, Nick, is that we're having a trouble locating or replicating some of these symptoms of this behavior that would cause people to feel this way or think that there would be a need to have like an order of protection. Yes, you are, actually. And that's only because you only kind of sort of talk to that one really super, oh god, that gal in the blue shirt. Yep. Yeah. And you probably only, you like really just said hi and goodbye. Yep. And then there was just that one, and then all of a sudden that one that wasn't your type, when it seemed like just another setup after she got done watching porn up in the corner with that guy and everybody else that walks by there, and any kids and any parents. And, oh, yeah, and they had, remember that, for the whole month, they had the gay parade right out in the front for everybody to see. So your kid could not have gone to the library for like over a month. Yep, up that way. And then all of a sudden some gal that's completely not your type, like not even in a million years, and you had absolutely no zero attraction to. Nope. Yes, no attraction. And she thought that you were looking at her. Yep. And then all of a sudden that gal that don't remember about how you gotta be like this in the library when you, hey, hey boy, go. The ducks might be here in the next 4 hours. Yeah, that one. Oh, and remember, she wanna post you up on make sure she gets your rear up in the front so everybody can see while she try to set you up again. Yep, that one. Oh, and you swear you are you sure she was kind of cute? That one in the uh, that nursing guy. Yeah, she was not my type. I don't know how else to tell you. So yeah, that one was a setup too. Swear. You want me to start swearing in the Bible? Oh yeah, another setup. And you say, hey, well, we might be able to start believing this because these are the only absolute pretty much three incident in public with any gals anywhere pretty much never at. Yep. And so there was two up there in Falls Lake that kind of got a little. The one in the dress, you tried to talk her into using them little stick things, didn't you? Nope. You saw that dress and you thought, yeah, I'll get her playing with that string and them sticks, huh? Nope. She just like got. I had no idea she was upset. I don't know where that came from. And then you had that one that you swear she wasn't your type. Nope. That's it. Yeah. Did you talk to any other girls in town or ever follow anybody or, you know, randomly bring roses or decide to maybe go get a duck call or anything? Mm-mm. No. And so then you only talk to that one in like the last 20 years? You sure you never like ordered like went for a Thai massage or anything? You got rubbed down there in Maplewood like bad boy? Nope. Hmm. Are you sure? Just that one gal in Maplewood you wish you'd like to get a pretty girl like that playing with them sticks. That's it. Well then this is kinda tough to believe that they did all this to you. Yeah. But if you take a look there and you check, it's been going on a while. Mm-hmm. What do you mean this bad boy? Like some Thai massages? Hmm. I don't know. He used to tell the story too about the sheep. Haven't heard that one for a while. The one about where the sheep starts to wander. Remember that? And then he breaks the ankle of the sheep so the sheep can't wander. He used to like to tell that one a little bit. I haven't heard him say that one for a while. He said he had to go paint a dominoes, and I thought that was a little strange for a regional manager. Mm, that was, you know. And then I was wondering what that stuffed shark animal was doing. You know, he come on the video there. Hmm. He had like a shark, like a baby shark on the chair over there. It looked a little out of place. I don't know where you get that, but it looked like when you get it, like, you know, playing in the midway at the state fair for tossing them rings or something. You know, I wonder, what is that doing sitting on that chair there, bad boy? You sure you're not a housewife? And then he says they call me the pizza Nazi. And I'm thinking, and hmm, oh, definitely. And he's sure going out to that Pines quite a bit. It's a long way to drive from Woodbury, I'd say, on a regular basis. Because I'm thinking they got a lot of white polar bears over there like to, and they usually go to work. They're not doing a whole lot of this here, you know. So usually, if they're just doing that little bit of that and eating a pizza, that we don't really have a problem with, people showing up to work, especially over there. That's mostly polar bears too. Small little town, you know. They might have one like I said, we just got a. Apparently, I wasn't aware, but we got a new black police officer in Forest Lake, so they might have one or two black people up there. Maybe I doubt it. In the Pines, we're going to the Pines now. You're going to the Pines. I like pine trees. They're real pretty. Yeah. Hmm. Neither shall they take a woman put away from her husband, for he is holy unto his God. I know I already read that. I like to read some things and drive the devil insane. Well, not really, because it's not a good idea to stare down a polar bear. It's not a good idea to go looking for trouble from the devil, but I want him to stay away. You know what I mean? Like I feel like repeating that might help keep him away. Might right? It says the devil will flee, right? So maybe that's not the right thing to say. Thou shalt sanctify him therefore, for he offereth the bread of thy God. He shall be holy unto thee, for I the Lord. Oh boy, what was that? Which sanctify you am holy, and the daughter of any priest. That's me, the priest. Funny a priest would get in this situation. I know. If she profane herself by playing, well, I was a priest for 18 months. Guarantee you that. And then for some reason, man, what you got in your pockets? Hey, kids, there go that word again. Close your ears for a second. And the daughter, if she profane herself by playing the harp, she profaneth her father. She shall be burnt with fire. Oh, snap. And bad boy thinks, he thinks stick figures with two gasoline and matches. I'm pretty sure he ain't splitting them and making two books of matches out of one, but he's like, this is real good conflict management or resolution. What's up with that? Burnt with fire? That sounds scary. I don't, that'd be like a really bad way to die. And he that is the high priest among his brethren, upon whose head the anointing oil was poured, and that is consecrated to put on the garments, shall not uncover his head, nor rend his clothes, neither shall he go in to any dead body, nor defile himself for his father or for his mother, neither shall he go out of the sanctuary, nor profane the sanctuary of his God. For the crown of the anointing oil of his God is upon him. I am the Lord. And he shall take a wife in her virginity. Now that sounds nice. A widow or a divorced woman, or a profane, or an harlot. These shall he not take, but he shall take a virgin of his own people to wife. Neither shall he profane his seed among his people, for I the Lord do sanctify him. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron, saying, Whosoever I'm thinking I must have made old daddy mad, huh? Eh? What did they say? The truth hurts? Huh? No, this ain't. You remember you remember my guy? Huh? What? You can't handle the truth. Hmm? Remember that? Nicholson and Cruz, huh? Classic. You can't handle the truth. Hmm? Neither shall he. See, I'm trying to keep it right in there. Because if you get down in here like that there, some I guess I don't know why. See, that's another one of them. You're gonna have to ask God when you get there. You're gonna be like, God, how come when I talk like this, the girls they got at ease and they'd give me their phone number and maybe put on that dress and start playing with them sticks I like. But if I talk like this, if they didn't like that, nah, they said, hey, that's too deep. But that's your natural voice. And so I had to go like this all the time and like make effort to not do that because I like them when they put them dress, when she put that dress on and play with them sticks and that string stuff she get. Yeah, yeah, you know. Neither shall he profane his seed among his people, for I the Lord do sanctify him. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron, saying, Whosoever he be of thy seed in their generations, that hath any blemish, let him not approach to offer the bread of his God. For whatsoever man he be that hath a blemish, he shall not approach. A blind man, or lame, or he that hath a flat nose, uh-oh, or anything superfluous. Who are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? Nicky boy. Oh, we trying. Or a man that is broken footed, or broken handed, or crook backed, or a dwarf, or that hath a blemish in his eye, or be scurvy. Now there's one I'm gonna use for a while. Scurvy. You want to go to the What a scurvy. It sounds like Tiny Timmy the Scurvy, or scabbed, or hath his stones broken. Stones. They used to say that. Remember, what's his name? Down there. Who was that old guy? Old come here. See, all them old school boys down there, they used to talk like that in their little yellow house. They probably made them stop doing that when they went across the street there. But you'd have them old toxic masculinity boys, and they'd be like, boy, hey, you ain't got the stones for that. Hey, yeah, that's the only place I ever had it. They'd be like, well, your stones are, not your marble. They'd be like, yo, you ain't got the stones, son. And I'm like, nah, remember that? Mm-hmm. Who was that one guy? Who was it, man? I'll think of it. It'll come to me. Scared. I gotta remember that one. And I'll figure out a way to use that. Scared. Not scabies, but scared. Yo, you. It's, I mean, it's bad. It's scared. Yep. You know, I'm thinking, have I seen a regular couple kiss on a commercial lately? Not a movie or a show, but on a commercial. Have you? I, I'm trying to think, like a heterosexual couple, like a male and a female. Have you seen it? I ain't seen. You seen a male and a female kiss on a commercial? I ain't seen one for a while, but I just seen two black guys kiss, and I'm like, so I want taxation with representation. I want equal. I want a commercial up there with, okay, yeah, remember that? I want a commercial. If you're gonna play two black guys kissing, I want at least a black man and a black woman kissing, with that commercial. Not in that commercial, but I want a separate commercial. But if they can do that, can't we say, hey, we're gonna put up a black a black man and a black woman kissing, like show them, and then I guess then we get to put two black women to really, and then we got to have, oh, we get real deep, huh? So that's why we need to take all that stuff off there, because now we got to have a transgender. Oh, we got a whole lot of more commercials we got to do to make it fair. Because you can't just say, well, because no, we didn't have these commercials for the last 500 years. And we didn't really even have any heterosexual. I can't remember the last time I saw a commercial with a black man and a black woman, or two black women kissing. I can't remember that. Nope. There we go. Obsessing? But are you obsessing again about that homosexuality, you pervert? No, I'm just saying, like, isn't that logic? Yes, stones. No man that hath a blemish of the seed of Aaron, the priest, shall come nigh to offer the offerings of the Lord made by fire. He hath a blemish, he shall not come nigh to offer the bread of his God. He shall eat the bread of his God, both of the most holy and of the holy. Okay, we got the most holy and the holy. Yeah, that gal down that way was most holy. I'm just saying. Only he shall not go in unto the veil, nor come nigh unto the altar, because he hath a blemish. Is that a blemish? Open nickel. That he profane not my sanctuaries, for I, the Lord, do sanctify them. And Moses told it unto Aaron and to his sons and unto all the children of Israel, the holiness of the offerings. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and to his sons, that they separate themselves from the holy things of the children of Israel, and that they profane not my holy name in these things which they hallow unto me. I am the Lord. Alright, so we got what? um Say unto them, Whosoever he be of all your seed among your generations, that goeth unto the holy things which the children of Israel hallow unto the Lord, having his uncleanness upon him, that soul shall be cut off from my presence. I am the Lord. What man soever of the seed of Aaron is a leper, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was they would have said a leper, or or hath a running issue, he shall not eat, excuse me, he shall not eat of the holy things until he be clean. And whoso toucheth anything that is unclean by the dead, or a man whose seed goeth from him, or whosoever toucheth any creeping thing, whereby he may be made unclean, or a man of whom he may take uncleanness, whatsoever uncleanness he hath, the soul which hath touched any such shall be unclean until even, and shall not eat of the holy things, unless he wash his flesh with water. And when the sun is down, he shall be clean, and shall afterward eat of the holy things, because it is his food. That which dieth of itself, or is torn with beasts, he shall not eat to defile himself therewith. I am the Lord. They they shall therefore keep mine ordinance, lest they bear sin for it, and die therefore, if they profane it. I the Lord do sanctify them. There shall no stranger eat the holy thing. A sojourner of the priest, or an hired servant, shall not eat of the holy thing. But if the priest buy any soul with his money, he shall eat of it, and be that is born in his house, they shall eat of his meat. If the priest's daughter also be married unto a stranger, she may not eat of an offering of the holy things. But if the priest's daughter be a widow, or divorced, and have no child, and is returned unto her father's house, as in her youth, she shall eat of her father's meat, but there shall no stranger eat thereof. And if a man eat of the holy thing unwittingly, then he shall put the fifth part thereof unto it, and shall give it unto the priest with the holy thing. And they shall not profane the holy things of the children of Israel, which they offer unto the Lord, or suffer them to bear the iniquity or trespass, when they eat their holy things, for I the Lord do sanctify them. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and to his sons, and unto all the children of Israel, and say unto them, Whatsoever he be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers in Israel, that will offer his oblation for all his vows, and for all his freewill offerings, which they will offer unto the Lord for a burnt offering. Ye shall offer at your own will a male without blemish of the beeves. Is that where they get the Bove, Minnesota? Bove, Bove. What? Remember that Balsam Lake? Go see if you got any video of me up there. Oh yeah, Lake Plate. Oh, Balsam. Bove. But what's a Bove? God. Hmm. Is that a bee or some sort of bee? Hmm. Oh yeah, you might have. Yeah, there might have been that one friend one time up way up north there who her mother. I had this friend I met way up there for a while. I wonder whatever happened to her. We met up. Remember that? Yeah. Can you remember? There was a yeah, little surprising. hmm Yeah, I was really surprised her mother had a picture. She had a picture of her mother with Bill Cosby, and it was signed. And she was in an apartment outside of St. Thomas. And this was way before the old, would you like some pudding, honey? You want some pudding, don't you, baby? Yeah, you want some pudding or something like that? Yeah, I remember that. I don't know what was up with that girl, but she had some problems. Yeah. I wonder whatever happened to her. She was pretty cute, but she was just a friend, and met her up in Bovey up that way. She was up that way for a while, for about a week, doing something, and I says, hey, how you doing? And she gave me a number. I said, hey, let's hang out. And she went, she was going to school at the University of St. Thomas for something. And I went over to visit her, and there was a picture of her mother with Bill Cosby. And I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know anybody that's met Bill Cosby at all. But now I know you, and apparently your mother know Bill Cosby. And I'm like, oh, okay. Pudding. Bovee. Of the beeves, of the sheep. And you probably say, well, hey, shh, hey, the ducks come. You don't want to talk about Bill Cosby. And I'm thinking, well, this back then, that guy was kind of popular, and they hadn't like put him in prison or something yet for all the pudding or whatever. Prison pudding. Didn't he get out or something? Is he still? I don't know. I know he had to go for a while. Bunch of gals accused him of drugging a pudding or something. And I'm thinking, you really got to be a weirdo. Hey, hey, I understand you're black and all that, but I mean, you're like the funniest black, apparently back then. You're like the funniest black guy on the planet. And like, if everybody really like even old and pretty white girls that want to take the picture, you're pretty sure you got probably no problem getting around having some pudding, right? Until you're thinking, there ain't no way that's a weapon, and there ain't no way that guy's putting drugs to get them to go and eat some pudding with them, right? You're like, if that's true, that I mean, in order for something like that, why would you need? You wouldn't need to do that when you Bill Cosby, You wouldn't like this guy up here in Chisago County. You wouldn't throw away your life unless you are like 10 8 balls of crack or something, and she's carrying a salad, and she says, "Hey, I got some Grey Goose, and by the way, uh, you're about to throw away your family and all that for like one night with me." It's like that's hard to believe, and then you're like, Bill Cosby, like yeah, like that guy had a hard time getting a date. Like he had a hard time getting gals to offer him to have salad and pudding. Nah. So you really gotta be a twist. I mean, if it's true, then you got to be careful because, like, for the grace of God, there go I, we everybody. Huh? Uh-huh. You're like, but you really think that guy? I don't know. But my pay grade goes, hey, you say, nah, it's tough to believe. For sure. You're like, mm-hmm. You say, hey, why did you say Bill? Well, it's just more corroboration. You say, oh yeah, we can pull that video too. He would, oh there, Bill Cosby. Yeah, man, this guy remember almost everything. And there he at. So we can trust what this boy's saying. Bo V. You wanna go up to Bo V? Huh? Oh, Peter Medved, the Big A. Remember that? The Big A! He liked to sit in there, him and Patsy, that's sitting in their favorite bar down there in Bovey for about 40 years, and finally he said, hey, I had enough of this too. Now I'm just a Big A! Without blemish of the beeves, of the sheep, or of the goats. But whatsoever hath a blemish, that shall ye not offer, for it shall not be acceptable for you. And whosoever offereth sacrifice of peace offerings unto the Lord to accomplish his vow, or a free will offering in beeves or sheep. So it's some kind of, I guess it's I thought it was like a cow or something. Bovine or something. Bovine, bovine, it shall be perfect to be accepted. There shall be no blemish therein, blind or broken or maimed or having a wen, whatever that is, wen, or scurvy. Hey, Gary. Boy, you real scary, Gary. Yeah, you probably don't want to say that. You're real curvy girl. You know, some of them curvy girls, right? You're like, oh, or scabbed. You got the scabies. Yeah, that's what they used to call, oh, what's her, not amberitis, but that other one. Yeah, yeah, the one that, yeah, she was kind of mean. Mm-hmm. Her younger sisters wasn't that too, but they'd call her scabies. And I'm thinking, that's kind of mean too. She real mean. And like scabies, oh, the one that's married to the black custodian guy, that look kind of satellite. Yeah, that one. Why y'all calling her scabies? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. She just worked for my mama. I didn't call her that. Ye shall not offer these unto the Lord, nor make an offering by fire. I mean, she was. I don't know why they did it. I didn't. I never liked her really. She was mean. I stayed out of her way. Remember that? Apparently, she got hooked on the methamphetamine or something. And know what's his name, the black guy. He got sick of her running around with old Charlie boy, so he became a drug dealer. That was the story. Remember that, scabies? In order to keep you at home, old homeboy say, hey, you're running around with that white boy Charlie. Hey, I need your hair, guy. Tell you what, you don't running around with that guy over there. All them drugs you're shoving. Hey, I ain't been into that, but old daddy here, he get you. Hey, I got a big bag of this meth here, honey. You ain't gotta run around with that Charlie no more. Remember that? Yeah. We're going to the downs. Remember that? You're like, what? Scabies? Yeah, why was you running? The guy's going up to work every day. He ain't on drugs. And you running around with Charlie? Why? What did he do? I want to know what that guy. He seemed like a pretty nice guy, that black guy. He'd be the janitor up there at that satellite place in Anoka up there. Ugh. Oh, camper. You say, oh, well, what was that about? Oh, you mean that gas station right down the road where your cousin worked? Yeah, that one. You said, well, we got another police report. Oh, God, jeez. Really? Oh, well, I can explain that one too. I remember that. That one's easy. I can handle that, no problem. Now that one was I was a lot younger, and I'll be honest. That one was really exaggerated. But again, I got way. It was I wrong? Yes. Uh, I'll tell you about it. But it's a long story, and I ain't gonna do it tonight. But I'll make us a note here. We'll get to it. It was back. It was a food and fuel back then, when it? Now they ain't even. They might have even tore it out of there. But you heard my cousin. Remember, she was pretty close with that scabies gal. And then remember Scabies gal. Scabies second. Her sister next down was that guy that I was hanging out with. What's his name? He worked up at the dry cleaning place up there by Schindler's. That's not there. The New Life dry cleaner or something. It was supposed to run by Christians. It was trying. He was what was Scabies' sister. She had a couple younger sisters. They wasn't bad looking, but they all were called. They didn't. They called the older one Scabies, and she was friends with my cousin Melissa. Remember that? Yeah. What was that guy's name? Yeah, so I got into it. But I met, he would come up to the restaurant there. Remember that? And he worked up at there and so he was a pretty good. That's the guy that I had to carry out the house because he was cheating on Scabies' sister. They worked together. And then he had like two or three other girls. And I might have said hi to one or something. Why? And he flipped out, and he had his brother there, and they wanted to like pin me in the basement. And I said, I'm kind of remember all that working out and sit ups I did there. Yeah, you guys aren't big enough for that. So I carried them out the house. That was the one time, and I knew better than hang out with them guys, because I knew that old scabies, she was bad news. I knew better. I knew. But that was pretty much the only time, and we was pretty young back then. Other than that, I can't think of any really time where I got into it with anybody, honestly. Other than like a best friend. Like you just get sick of each other, like you lock the horns. I can't think of any time. And I knew those guys were bad news. I really honest to cannot think of any time I ever had a problem with anybody, like physically. And it was all defense, right? Like I just was trying to get away from them, and they wouldn't let me leave. And they wanted to keep me in that basement. And I'm like, all right, boys, I got to carry you up the stairs and out the door. And by the way, I guess y'all kick something on the way out. And the neighbors are kind of wondering, like, why are these two guys, uh, like, trying to, like, take this guy down? And I'm going, I don't even know. They're psycho? And I should have never been here, and I've only known them for, like, 2 days, and Scabies works for my mom, and I met him through there. Yeah, them guys. And her brother drove that Dodge Neon or something. Yeah, we was. I don't know. Those guys were bad news. I knew it. What was his name? Yeah, yeah. He was the same guy that my mom. Like I had to work that day, and I'm like, he come sleep over at my house one time, and he was rifling through my room and stealing everything. And my mom was like, "What's that noise?" And he got all my jacket and all kind of stuff in my pocket. And he's like about ready to walk out with everything I own. And my mom's like, yeah, you better take that off and get the hell out of here. Yeah. Well, that's what she told me. Yeah, he was. Ugh. Scabies. Ye shall not offer these unto the Lord, nor make an offering by fire of them upon the altar unto the Lord. Either a bullock or a lamb that hath anything superfluous or lacking in his parts, that mayest thou offer for a freewill offering, but for a vow it shall not be accepted. Ye shall not offer unto the Lord that which is bruised or crushed, or broken, or cut, neither shall ye make any offering thereof in your land. Bruised or crushed. You remember Lorraine Bobbitt? Yeah, there's kind of along that lines there. I don't have the kingdom, but remember how she go back to hell and back, and then maybe she won't even tell you. By the way, when we get back, I'm gonna bruise and crush your stones before I go. But I just wanted to go to hell and back with you, just to mess with you. That's kind of what it's talking about there. So you say, well, what do you mean? Yeah, you know that garden and all them little post-it notes and stuff, and kind of like if Mama ain't fat, no, all that. Yeah, you want to try some of that, Dan? because she get to thinking about that. hmm Yeah, I already know, right? So, because she seemed to get, she about the only one close enough to get to do that. You know what I mean? So usually, if you're nice enough to her, like I said, she'll usually. But after you get her in that dress with them sticks for a few times, she kind of feel like, I'm kind of your gal. You do anything now, like I'm probably gonna do that to you. You know what I mean? So you want to be careful. After you get her in the dress and you got them sticks going, yeah, you better start thinking, hey, I better behave or we going in this direction. So, mhm. Or broken or cut, neither shall ye make any offering thereof in your land. Neither from a stranger's hand shall ye offer the bread of your God of any of these, because their corruption is in them, and blemishes be in them, they shall not be accepted for you. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, when a bullock or a sheep or a goat is brought forth, then it shall be 7 days under the dam. And from the 8th day, the dam, what you say, is that like the Coon Rapids Dam, that place you went fishing 10,000 times with all them guys on the backs and Steve Swanson and what's that? His little buddy, what was his name? Huh? What was that little blonde lad? The little short little dude. What was his name? They live right next to each other down there by the dam. And Steve Swanson. I don't know if it's the Swanson meats. It might be. Because they had a pretty nice house there. I don't think so. Same spelling. They had a couple of pretty nice houses down there. Brand new. They weren't huge. It wasn't the Oaks of Shenandoah, but they had a few cul-de-sacs that were all pretty nice down there. And I'd go down there and then we'd ride our bikes around there. The Coon Rapids. Oh, you remember the Coon? Oh, you mean the Coon Rapids Dam? You mean the one where if you ride your bike you go across the dam there and you go about another 6 feet and you're in that place where, remember that Muslim guy want to tell me I got to walk around and all that and he ain't even from here? Remember that? And I rode my bike over there for about 20 years. Yeah, that place. Mm-hmm. So you say 517. You're like, well, Nick, well, like, why would you be mad if, at the, I mean, remember how I said it was my backyard? Well, there you go. Remember that Coon Rapids Dam's about, well, see, I'm real fast on my bike back then. So, normally it'd probably take a guy about half hour to get from where I was at to that, about Steve Swanson. I could probably do it in about 10 minutes. So, but it wasn't that far. And then we're talking like 6 feet across the river there where we rode our bikes. And I got some guy doing that to me right there, and you wonder why I'm a little irritated. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. We're going to the dam. So this one here, I'm trying to figure out what's the name say. Well, it's going to interpret itself. It's gonna define itself, right? 7 days under the dam, and from the 8th day under the dam. They say, well, it's gotta be there. Well, let's look. It's got the number there. The Strong's, the 517. We're in the Old Testament. Right here. But wait, you remember when we get back here, Remember that toss? Okay, so we don't want to do this all the time because every time we go back here, oh, half the kingdom's like, honey, are you still arguing with somebody on that internet or you coming to bed, sweetie? And you're like, every time it's like this here. It's in 517. So, I should show you. I mean, I know I'm slow and stupid, but again, like when they say it looks Greek to me, or yeah, I mean, it looks Greek to me. How has somebody ever had the brain power? Like, I know all about the sun and the rockets, but how they ever got sitting around thinking and figured all that out? Hmm, that don't make sense. What? A feminine noun meaning mother or woman with children? That can't be right. What? I'm getting really tired. 517, Old Testament. I gotta go to sleep. It don't make sense. What? Why would it be under the woman? Oh, something to do with the mother sheep, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. And from the 8th day and thenceforth it shall be accepted for an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And whether it be cow or ewe, ye shall not kill it, and her young both in one day. When ye Oh, you remember how I said I liked art? Remember down at the dam they have the welcome center, and they used to have all kind of cool science and different. I guess like they would have the post like the explaining the types of grass or the types of fish or the animals in the area or all kinds of interactive. And you'd go in there, and people would like pay money actually, and to even get in the park. It was a pretty big deal. And then you go in further, and they had some trout pond. You had to pay to go fish up there, and it's a pretty big deal. And then you'd have like then at the dam, you'd have about 50 Asian people fishing like 24 hours a day, and then you'd ride your bike there, and then you'd go down by the river and fish a little bit. And then we had like a BMX track down there with we flying through with the BMX bag. Yeah, remember that? What was his name? Little Chris or something? Chris? Nah, maybe. Steve, man, he was a nice guy. He was always a nice guy. Tall, remember that? Tall guy. He was always nice though, so he must have had some real good parents. He must have had some real nice Christian parents. That guy was all, even if, you would never even know if he didn't like you, man. He always was nice to people, no matter what. Everybody, even me. Yeah, that's right. Probably one of the nicest guys you probably back. I mean, he was one of the nicest guys around. Oh, he was really, really good at faking it. And whether it be cow or ewe, ye shall not kill it and her young both in one day. And when ye will offer a sacrifice of thanksgiving unto the Lord, offer it at your own will. They were both. I think his buddy's name was Chris or so. They were. So remember, I was like they were like best friends, and so then they would let me hang out with them and ride bikes a little bit. And I don't think I ever. I might have. Did I sleep? I was inside their houses. I don't think I ever slept over there. Friends with everybody for 5 minutes, like everybody in the country. When when ye will offer a sacrifice of thanksgiving unto the Lord, offer it at your own will. On the same day it shall be eaten up. Ye shall leave none of it until the morrow. The morrows. The Morrows. I think their dad was a judge, I'm thinking. Now that I think of it, huh? They lived in the Oaks of Shenandoah, remember that? Oh, hit that. I remember that. Hey, I was in, what grade was that? Seventh, eighth, ninth? Yeah. All them free throws, me and old Scotty Clark, huh? Sitting in there, old Dedeman, you better have that time, boy. You see that bench, your butt gonna be riding it. I don't care how good you are. HR wouldn't be having none of that today, eh? Old Dedeman, he might not even be alive. Well, maybe. Ah, and they had that other short guy. He was the wrestling coach. Remember that? I was like, hey, I'm thinking I got a couple of uncles. They almost state champion wrestlers up there in Anoka, and I'm thinking, God, I'll have me a look. I mean, it didn't take me but less than a minute because I went in there in that stinky small little room and all them old smelly, greasy mats and all them guys was wearing them tight tutu tights, and I ain't no housewife. And I said, look around, bad boy. I said, hey, it stinks in here. It ain't nothing but guys that packed them in here like sardines, and now they want me to put that tight suit on and play grab butt while we all sweat on each other. And there ain't no girls around here. I'm out of here. Y'all can have this one. Hey. And then I said, hey, Moreau, what's up? Yeah, all them free throws. Moreau, Matt Moreau. Jason, he didn't play much, did he? I think that they lived over in the Oaks of Shenandoah, man. Their dad was a judge up there in Anoka County. Remember that? Man, I looked over and I said, hey, all them free throws. Oh, and Matt was like, and old Bruggerman, man, we was playing old Bruggerman's buddy. Remember, he hated me because I'm beating him all the time in dodgeball. And he's pretty tall and pretty athletic. And I'm beating him basketball. And other than it's all me, him, and Rush Boy, big old John Rush. Remember him? Yeah, and he was I don't know that. Yeah, I'm telling you, they held that guy back at least 1 year. He was big, and yo man, he was the only one that could get me really like ever. I could not get that guy. But everybody else out, they seen old little Nicky boy. They man, I take them out left and right. It'd be most of the time it'd be me and Rush. Yeah, he'd get me every time. Man, I didn't. But I had old Bruggeman's buddy after I got him on the dodgeball, I had him out there on the basketball court. We had about 200 people in it's a pretty big deal on a Saturday. You're playing on a Saturday. Who did him in that, Huh? You up there, you got them free throws, you been in that room there for like all year 5 a.m. just with old Scotty Clark and Pudani and his buddy. No, they didn't come in. But they got his best friends with them, remember them guys? Me and Scotty playing shooting free. We're like, who? Oh yeah, you're like, you missed the first one. It's the buzzer. The buzzer. The time's out. Huh? You're nervous. You're thinking all them free throws. You look over at Moreau, and he's like, dude, I mean, if you don't make this, it's all over. Like you're, you're never, nobody's ever gonna talk to you again. And I'm thinking, oh God. I'm thinking, oh yeah, it went in the second time. But yeah, and you're like, thank you, Jesus. Oh yeah, and in that same game, huh? I might have even hit. Was it? I hit the half court too. Man, went in too. Might have been that game or the next one. That was pretty cool. Eighth, ninth, what was it? Ninth grade. So you're thinking, hey, if I can get past this old rush boy, I might be able to make a little go there. No, white men cannot jump, and you ain't playing. You ain't playing in the NHL, boy. You might want to. You ain't Langer boy and little Tiny Timmy. You better watch that knee, son, and remember them, focus on them long sticks, and then when you get older, you get over with them little ones. But you on them long ones right now, boy. Yeah, trying to help you out here, son. Mm-hmm. You know, you don't want them writing all that about you, do you? Save that knee a little bit, boy. I'm your daddy. I know what's going on a little bit here. I am the Lord. Therefore shall ye keep my commandments and do them. I am the Lord. Neither shall ye profane my holy name, but I will be hallowed among the children of Israel. I am the Lord which hallow you, that brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord. And Moreau, he was really, really good friends with the tall guy that was the best basketball player, and I played with him a little bit, but he was tall. So he was already dunking and all that, went to play the CBA for a while, I guess. I don't know. He was good. I mean, he was the best in the state, I think. He was Mr. Basketball or something. Yeah, wasn't he? Or one pretty close. hmm And he let me remember that guy. And he says, "Hey, old Nicky boy, yeah, you ain't." tall enough. So but you're alright. Hey, come over here, sit with me and my boys, and hey, eat this salad here. Remember how, yeah, that's cool, 'cause you about as cool as they get, right? 'Cause you Mr. Basketball, and I like that. And, oh, Moreau, one of your best buddies, remember that? Kyle Fields, he was real close with Kyle. I went to Kyle's house one time. Yeah, Kyle Fields, one time, I was like, I didn't know, 'cause they were all from North there. I didn't know them anyways, really. But I had that nice gal I met up there at Nooka Ramsey. Real pretty back there. Sick old nigga. Oh, we had to go to that play for class. I can't. What class was that? To get credit. We had to go to some play at the school to like pass. And she's like, "Oh, you want to go? We're gonna go over to Kyle's house." But and I'm like, "Sure." For a little while, and you're like, "Hey, Kyle, I ain't seen you since we played baseball together about 10 years ago. How you doing?" "Yeah, hey Nick, hey, what's up?" And I think I drank a couple beers and hung out in the kitchen for a while, and then the guy's her boyfriend show up or something, and he like, "What's this? Hey, remember them 6 foot?" And I'm like, "Dude, what's up, man? I don't know nothing, man. She's in my class." I said, "Hey." She asked me if we want. She asked me, say, "Hey, you want to go to the play together?" I said, "Sure." I don't know nothing about you, man. And he like, "Hey," and he getting all excited and old cowboy. He's like, "I don't want no trouble around here." And I'm like, "I didn't want no trouble either, man. What y'all talking about?" Hey, come on, bruh. And she's like, "Well, I better bring you home." And I'm thinking, okay. And then like, "I'll see you later, Kai. Later, cuz." And he's like, "All right, man, never seen him ever again." He was best friend. I think one of his best friend was Jewish. He had that big curly hair with the big honker. We played baseball together. Well, he might have been Jewish. What was his name? Kaz best friend. No, so I suppose I was over there about 4 hours. Went over there one time. Kyle was pretty cool. Yeah, everybody liked Kyle. He was really good at baseball. He was on my baseball team, pitcher, and all that. Remember that? Yeah, we must have played a 2, 3, 4, 15 years together or something. Not real good friends, but at least he didn't let that guy. He wasn't that big, but I wasn't a fighter, and I'm like, I don't know why, but if she had a boyfriend, maybe why you bring me over here like that? Yeah, one of them. You're like, well, we didn't have any problem though. Everything was good, and we went home. She brought me home. That was that time. Hmm. Oh, you mean you didn't get in a fight or nothing? No, almost never. And that's the only one time I can think maybe somebody kind of sort of got like like was like, "What you doing with my girl, man?" And I'm like, "I don't know." She asked me to go to the play, and she didn't say nothing about you. Like, yup, New York sending rockets to the moon, making big money. I mean, how was I supposed to know, man? Are you gonna be all right, or do I gotta get the 6 foot black guy going? You know, can't take me home, girl. You're like, okay. I am the Lord. Therefore shall ye keep my commandments and do them. I know I'm repeating. I like reading about the devil. I just not happy right now. I do them. I am the Lord. Neither shall ye profane my holy name. but I will be hallowed among the children of Israel. Oh yeah, the Mr. Basketball, he was there too. I am the Lord, which hallow you. It was a small party, kind of a small, yeah, small house. I am the Lord which hallow you, that brought you out of the land of Egypt, to be your God. I am the Lord. You already know what's next, don't you, Hefty Kingdom?